had a bunch of conversations with my family members, with friends who I grew up with about white supremacy. I personally don't think white supremacy is real. You know, I sometimes I think of it almost like a cloud. You know, this cloud that's hovering over. You know, almost like a myth in some ways of thinking about it. And I'm like, the only person that the only person that can really hold someone's back is your own performance. You know what I mean? How you interact with things, how you pursue things. You know, God's grace is on it. I mean, if you have the grace of God is on your situation. He's on your struggle. He's on your everything you're trying to do. And in my mind, I'm like, all I did was just try to pursue where I'm going. You know what I mean? And here I am. You know, so what is your position on white supremacy? What are your thoughts when it comes to that?
So the idea of white supremacy being that there is like racism in the structures that uphold this idea of whiteness, or that upholds white people in power structures and things like that. Could it be in some places? Sure. I think the hearts of man are wicked.
Yeah.
And in the wickedness, sure, you might get someone who is a racist, but I don't think that threads out through all the fabric of America. I saw that someone posted this on your Facebook page, like, ask her if she believes that America is, you know, completely racist, or, you know, a racist country. And I don't believe that white supremacy is what is leading the charge in America. And but with that, to your point, I do believe that hard work plays out. Now, I can work hard and come across someone who is racist, and I can trust God that he's going to lead me where I need to be. And so in that, I feel like if I come across someone who is racist, if it's meant for me to be there, the Lord will open the door, and for all I know, he could work in this guy's heart, or the Lord will close the door and this person's racism may continue on. That's not necessarily for me to worry about all the time. That also doesn't mean that I condone racism. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's just one of those areas where it could, I guess, possibly be there, I just don't see it, Monique. I just don't see it, because in every area that I've worked in, you know, I've served in the Navy. I was in the Navy for 4.5 years. You know, my mom was a single mother, you know, raised both her boys, you know, in LA. So it's like all these obstacles that could have been attributed to, I guess, white supremacy, I guess, to some degree. I just didn't see it. I'm just like, well, no, you know, I just pursue. Well, see, I think I just don't see it.
It's important to thread through, though. Are we looking at laws? Are we looking at, you know, individuals? How are we defining white supremacy? If we're talking about, you know, that the idea of white supremacy is threaded through every piece of the American fabric, I say no. You know, that's just not true anymore. We can look at laws. We can look at things that have been overturned. Now, can I come across somebody who might be racist? Sure. And I trust God with that. But when we look at, you know, is America a racist nation? Are we completely filled in and out with racist systems? I would say no. I would say we don't have the proof of that. I would actually say that I would extend that to say we actually have proof to prove otherwise. That it's not, that as a Black woman, I can go and pursue any career that I want to pursue. I can go and use my voice. We can have this conversation despite our color.